So, you know when a situation gets to a point where it's so catastrophic, people start saying the phrase, "I hope this gets taught at universities so that it never happens again"? Well, this is exactly what's been happening in the Niji Sanji and Selen Tatsuki situation, or better yet, incident. Because when I say that this is catastrophic, I don't mean to say it just in regards to VTubing. No, I say this in regard to the entire—
Wait, ちょっと待って。Irrelevant. Ah! It's negligible. How to avoid? Oh my god.
So, you know when a situation gets to a point where it's so catastrophic, people start saying the phrase, "I hope this gets taught at universities so that it never happens again"? Well, this is exactly what's been happening in the Niji Sanji and Selen Tatsuki situation, or better yet, incident. Because when I say that this is catastrophic, I don't mean to say it just in regards to VTubing. No, I say this in regard to the entire internet. Because this is one of the biggest cases of corporate mismanagement I've ever seen in my life. We're talking about a management team that didn't do anything about internal bullying and harassment and let someone almost die because of their negligence. I purposefully waited until we got somewhat of a satisfying conclusion because yes, there is a good ending here, thankfully. And what ended up happening to the corporation, or what is currently happening, is hilarious. This is gonna be a roller coaster, so strap in. Alright, so here's the deal. To really understand the severity of the situation, you have to understand the ecosystem of VTubing in general. The biggest players in VTubing often are associated to a corporation. These corporations tend to be from Japan, at least the biggest ones, and they kind of work like music labels, where they literally, and I mean literally, own everything. And yes, that also includes your VTuber model. Okay, this one in particular is fan-made, the ugly bastard, but you get the point. They own what makes you, you. And it goes without saying, they also have access to all your social media accounts, they have the passwords, they can do whatever they want, they can delete whatever they want. It's up to them completely. People will sign with them anyway though, because they're attracted by the idea of this network, of these resources, of all the stuff that the corporation can do for them. Just like how musicians will still sign with music labels. Currently, the two biggest corporations in VTubing are HoloLive and Niji Sanji. HoloLive is owned by its parent company, Cover, and Niji Sanji is owned by its parent company, Anycolor. Now you probably already know this by now from the title of this video and where we're heading with this, but the corporation at the center of this incident is Niji Sanji's English branch, which is of course owned by Anycolor. But one thing you might not know is just how much Anycolor is worth. When it was put on the Japanese stock exchange in 2022, the worth of the company was at $2.5 billion. That's American dollars. Yeah, It pays to have anime girl avatars talk in front of a camera. VTubing's main source of revenue always came from Japan, but in 2020, during the pandemic's peak of loneliness, Nichisanji and Hololive saw an opportunity. English-speaking
VTuber Edges is going through the psych ward to pick up talent. Oh my god. I'm even eating right now. Oh my god. Water. Yes, water. Oh my god. VTuber is going to the psych ward to pick up talent.
Weebs. That's when the main culprit of the hour was created, which is Nijisanji's English branch. Selen was in the second ever English branch wave, which is Obsidia. She's right here, as you can see. But before even joining Nijisanji, she used to be known as Dokibird. Initially, she was drawing Twitch emotes, and then started streaming. People loved her wacky personality, and she was just having fun. She then joined Nijisanji's English branch under Obsidia alongside Roseby Lovelock and Petra Gurin. She was in love with the game Apex Legends. She would play that whenever she could. People quickly fell in love with her personality, and she was truly known to care about her fans way too much, often making big sacrifices to make them happy. She called them her Dragoons. But you know what? Since her first stream in July of 2021 with Nijisanji, things were going really well. Or at least, that's what people thought. Because at the end of 2023, news would come out that would turn the VTuber community upside down. It all started on Christmas Day, a day you're meant to enjoy with family. It couldn't have gone worse. The trigger for this entire catastrophe? A music video. Selen had worked on a music video for her fans. She paid $15,000 out of her own pocket because Nijisanji wouldn't fund it. And on top of not funding it, what do? They take down the video in under 24 hours. No explanation to the public. Remember what I said about corporations and how they have access to all social media of their VTubers? Yeah, that's what happened, and she couldn't do anything about it. All she could realistically do under the very tight contracts and NDAs of a corporation is make up a vague tweet, sort of explaining what's going on to her fans. In it, she says, "Hello, I apologize, but management has privated the song. Please feel free to re-upload since a lot of money and effort was done by so many Dragoons," her fans. "I'm really sad that this happened on Christmas, but I hope somehow you guys will still be able to listen to it in some way."
Oh my god. Man, why is it so cold tonight? Oh god. Blech. Oh, that's kind of cute. Chocolate mountain. Oh my god. Hello, I'm back. Oh! Hi, Jelly Bean. I was trying to change the way I sat. Hi, Sentin Waffle. I love Thurston, but unfortunately he already passed away. You know, I love cats very, very much. I mean, I love dogs too. You know, like we do have a dog. I mean, previously we have like 2 dogs, but I prefer cats more. You know, I prefer cats more. What? What? You don't know that cat passed away? I think it was this year or something. Let's check. Thurston the cat. Thurston. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. No. It was 2. It was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. This is Thurston. Thurston passed away 2 years ago. I thought it was like this year or something. But yeah, he already passed away, unfortunately. When I heard the news, I wanted to cry. You know, like he's such a good kitty. You know, the meow. People be memeing the meow. Oh, not gonna lie, I'm sad when cats pass away. You know. By the way, I just got back like 3 hours ago, and basically I went on a short holiday. That is why I did not stream yesterday, and I got back today just to find that one of the cats that we taken care of died at the back of our house. You know, like literally at the back of our house. You know. So yeah, my mom opened the door and he was like, "Oh no, he passed away!" Like literally, he's like right there, you know. My mom opened, like she can immediately see him. Yeah, he's a very old cat, so yeah, the time comes. But then again, let me tell you about cats though. There's just this one thing about cats, which is they will die it's either far away from you or like close to you, unless the one that die close to you is usually house cats. You know, like they don't have a place to hide. You know, cats are always like that. By the way, if they wanted to die, they go hide themselves somewhere and just die. You know. Those are cats. But sometimes there are like some cats, you know, when they trusted this person very, very much, they decided to be close to the person, you know, to pass away peacefully. There are like those 2 kind of cats, you know, and I experienced both firsthand. There's always like those 2 options. There's never a third option. It's always like either 2. Because like I do have like a few cats, you know. When I was like a lot younger, I do have like a few cats who go away and I've never seen them again, you know. Like literally, we took care of them like ever since like they were a kitten. Since they were a kitten, and then they grew up, and then one day they were there, and the next they're gone. You know, like they never came home again. So yeah, when I was little, I couldn't understand like why the cat disappeared, you know. But then, you know, as I grew up, I understand why. You know. And it's sad. Not gonna lie, it's very sad. But it is what it is, you know. It's a circle of life. I miss like this one cat, you know. We call him Batman. We call him Batman because like he's like a, you know, he's a tomcat, you know, and he just goes everywhere that he wanted to go. My previous house was near a school, by the way, which, you know, I went to that school when I was like a lot younger, and people know the cat, you know, like even the cafeteria, the school cafeteria, even the teachers know the cat. And there was like one time I called the cat like, "Batman, man, you're here. And people were like, wait, that's your cat? Yeah, it's my cat. And people were like, oh yeah, you live like right beside the school, right? Oh, okay. So everyone just started calling him Batman, you know? And then just one day he's just gone, you know? He gone and never came back, you know? He's such a great cat. I love him so much. Like, he's good with kids. It's so hard to find cats that is good with kids, especially a male cat, you know? Usually female cats, they are really good with kids, you know, with babies, with kids. They're good because you know they're female, you know, like they have like those motherly instinct. But male cats, when they find kittens, sometimes they will kill the kitten, you know, because we kind of experienced it firsthand. So it happened like years ago. When we're at our current house, by the way, our current house right now, there was this one time I woke up to my mom screaming. One of the cat at the back of their house kind of gave birth, but you know, we woke up to see it's kind of graphic. The thing that I'm about to say is a bit graphic, which is kittens without heads or kittens without the body. Okay, and it's such a crazy thing, you know. Like, I don't want to see that, but my mom saw it, and yeah. So the conclusion is that, you know, the male cat can eat, you know, someone else's kittens, you know. And I wish that was a lie. when I learned about that, I wish that was a lie, you know. Let's Google real quick. Can male cat eat kittens? So yeah, it's real, you know. It's very, very real. So yeah, thank goodness that I did not experience nor see the kittens without the head and the kittens without the body, you know. Like, it was a scary thing to woke up to, you know. Like, it was like super early in the morning too. Then all of a sudden we found out that, you know, the cat is no longer pregnant. So like my mom was like trying to find, and it was like very dark, you know. It was very dark, but then, you know, the sun comes up, and it was like 7 or something in the morning. Then my mom saw it, you know, the bodies. Yeah, not gonna lie, even though I did not see it, I'm traumatized. Why is my male cat eating kittens? Sometimes cats are like really fucked up creatures, you know, but I love them no matter what, you know. I love my cats. So yeah. Oh my god. I'm very cold right now, and it is right now. It is 29 degrees Celsius. It's very cold, and my table is right under the fan. Ooh, what's this? Gingerbread. Oh my god. IRL stream. Boom. Making Christmas sago. From Happy Dad. Oh no. I hope it's not a sad story. I hope it's not a sad story. What the fuck? Oh! Ojo! What is Ojo doing?
ちょっと冬っぽいもあるし。
Oh, Ojo is using her 3D model. That's so cute.
Bags. But on the top though. Yeah. So that one have Luna feet flavor if you're interested. It's on the ground. Grimace color. Oh shoot. We're making grimace. Very accurate. Not yet though, but it will. I'm scared actually because I'm scared if it's too green. I mean it's too blue. But if you put satu titik kuning dan satu titik biru, most likely yeah. Wait. You know what? I'm gonna like titik shape. I don't think that's a good idea. That's not a nope. That's a bubble by the way.
What the hell are they even doing?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. What the hell are you doing, Lily?
Really? Yeah. And then I'll add in if it's done green. Titik in there. I'll give it to you if it doesn't need green. I feel like that's a lot. Okay, look, it's green. Well, it's teal actually. Should we add it back? Wait, hold on a little. It's teal. It looks not appetizing. It doesn't, yeah. It looks like it looks. Oh, now it look from the
Chaotic Gingerbread House. You know what? The title of the stream is not wrong at all.
That's important. Oh, the camera make it look so nice. Yeah. This is totally two different colors. Okay, if we add more of those, it'll be dark green. Or it'll be cyan. That's huge.
What do you mean cyan? Cyan is like...
It's huge, man. You moved. Do you want to keep this green? No, it's too close. Yeah, I want it to be green. Okay.
It's gonna be darker. It won't look like cyan anymore unless you added the blue.
The camera looks like the green that I want, not the one that I'm seeing. Why? Wait, let me just.
Stupid shitty camera.
It look like matcha green on our eye.
Matcha green.
This is fine. Let's just mush. No, the seed next to this. I swear the green screen reflection doesn't make me touch. Okay,
I wish I can do like hand streams like this. Not gonna lie.
Okay. No raid. Can we have this as raid? Sure. Raid is? Red.
Oh wait, I kinda wanted to grab some snacks.
Do you need more? Just in case. No. Can put it in this. Itu penutup kan? Close it lah. Close it before it dries out. Okay, we got the green.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's fucking clarity. Our generation needs to do a massive party play from the golden ages. Oh my god. Wait, what is this song? Well, I don't know what that song is, but I'm gonna save it. Because I see clarity, I save. It good. Oh my god. I love this one, this cover. 無敵な笑顔からメテリアミスミステリアどこさえ彼女のエリア君はアイドル様 sour spaghetti. Strawberry. Nine, nine, nine. 999. Oh my god, I kind of wanted to listen to this. This song. Oh my god. I'm addicted to this song, man. I love this song. Fucking description. Just this. Just like that. Just this. This, just like that, just this, just that. Typical you. Typical. Dio. Rushing in a fantasy, wanna be diseased, show that you won't ever make it out. Eyes follow now, do it, you take it like it now. Enemies gonna lose count. See your guilty heart. We're not gonna stop. It's just a start. video. Wait, hold on. Who made the art for this? Illustration. Ah. Lyric logo. Video. The art is so good. Oh well.
In Japan, it's normal, but for us, it's considered strange. Don't forget to subscribe and like.
Shut
In
the fuck
Japan,
up.
it's perfectly normal to ask someone directly how much they earn, whether you've just met or have known each other for a long time. Talking about income and expenses is not seen as inappropriate here. The Japanese almost never give flowers. In a culture that values the beauty of nature, flowers are considered a gift only for special occasions, such as weddings, anniversaries, or funerals. So, if you're going on a date with a Japanese person, don't expect flowers. And the surprising part, if they do give flowers, it will likely be in pairs, or as a potted plant. It's also completely normal to sit alone in a cafe for hours in Japan. You can sip a single cup of tea, and no one will give you strange looks or ask, "Are you going to order anything else?" In Japan, it's normal, but for us, it's considered strange. Don't forget to subscribe and like.
What do you mean fucking strange?
To change today, you didn't mean to say I love you. I love you.
What? I don't feel anything for them, just emptiness. They deserve a real mother, not my fake smile. Don't look for me. What?
And I don't want to.
Huh? Oh no. I'm gonna give this a like. Wow. Postpartum depression. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do some light reading. I can't trust my light reading, to be honest. Whenever I say I wanted to do a light reading, 5 hours later, I'll realize the time. I can't trust myself. I'm a bookworm.
Okay, this will be the last one. I'm a pro. I'm a pro.
Here we go!
Oh god! I might actually die.
Hi, okay.
Ah! Okay, this will be the
Good
last
job.
one.
Shut up, mate.
I'm a pro. I'm a pro. Here we go!
What is wrong with my Chrome? I mean, not Chrome, Firefox. The mother woke up! Oh my god, the mother woke up! No! What happened?
Also, I should mention that even at this point, many fans were asking Nijisanji to treat their talent better and to stop giving Selen such a hard time, okay? Even before all the stuff you're about to see, this was already a pressing issue. Her fans could already tell that this was getting to Selen. I mean, it is heartbreaking to lose so much hard work just like that. So they were understandably worried about her mental state. But no one could have been ready for what would happen 2 days after the music video got taken down. Because out of nowhere, on December 27th, she tweets on her account, "I apologize for the silence. I've been in the hospital after an accident and will be staying there for a few days to be under supervision. I just got back access to my phone yesterday." That's not something you want to see your favorite VTuber ever tweet out. Now look, at the time, her Dragoons did what any good fans would, wishing her good health, of course being worried, but hoping for the best. What many couldn't see at the time, though, is that there's something in this tweet that's very weird and off-putting. The Japanese apostrophe. As you can see from this tweet here by VT Screens, there are 2 examples of 2 different tweets, both made by another VTuber in the Nijisanji English branch called NSFW. In the first tweet, a normal apostrophe is used, but in the second, a quote-unquote Japanese apostrophe is used, signifying that the first tweet was tweeted by her and that the second tweet was tweeted by her management team. The implications of such an accusation is just beyond what any of us can process. This already in itself is a PR catastrophe, a disaster by every magnitude. But at the time, the only people who really knew what was going on were Selen, her emergency contact, we'll get into that later, Nijisanji, her parents, and her lawyer. But as far as everyone else was concerned, her fans, and even her closest friends, their only source of updates were her tweets. So 4 days after being hospitalized, she tweets, "Thank you to everyone for the support since I've been gone. I'm discharged from the hospital and my parents are helping me after my accident. Thank you to my Dragoons for all the kindness and support. I will keep trying my best in the new year. You are what keeps me going." Now, of course, people were happy she was out of the hospital, but the concern was still there. It was very vague and people didn't know what was going on. But unfortunately, as you might have concluded from watching this video so far, things only got worse. 2 weeks after Selen's hospitalization, Nijisanji's English branch tweets, "Due to unforeseen reasons, we would like to announce that Selen Tatsuki will not be able to participate in any activities at Anime Impulse Los Angeles 2024 on January 13th to 14th. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and
on
disappointment
YouTube?
caused to fans.
Yeah.
And then
Hello.
they announced that the fans were going to get refunds.
I'm
Now, all the replies
streaming
here
on
couldn't care less
YouTube
about the event and are
and
all
Twitch
hoping
at the
for
same
Selen's recovery.
time.
They're very
You know what?
supportive and
Fuck whatever
pretty much just
Twitch
giving
said,
their
you know?
thoughts and prayers to her. But this was the first time since she got out of the hospital that we got any form of updates on her, and it's been 2 weeks. People were starting to get
langit
worried.
aku sakit
So
pula dah.
another 2 weeks passed by, and now it's been 1 full month since she tweeted that she got out of the hospital. So at this point, patience started to run real thin, okay? Prompting her fans to rally around the hashtag #WhereIsSelen on Twitter, demanding answers just to know that she's okay, alive and breathing. This is the tweet that started it. If this statement comes off as asking for too much as a fan, I apologize, but I and many other Dragoons have been worried about her well-being, and I think it's gone long enough to not hear from Nijisanji directly.
Langit
The most
sakit,
important thing to
telan
understand here is
sakit,
that
ay
at this point,
bangang.
even if you watched VTubers she interacted with, they wouldn't mention her. Nijisanji, her corporation, who has a responsibility to represent her, wouldn't mention her either. It was absolute radio silence. And what's even worse is that her close friends didn't even know what was going on either. Just 1 day after the hashtag started trending, a friend of Selen, RPR, said, "It's been over a month of pure silence and is starting to get concerning. It would be nice to know where and how Selen is doing at the very least." Things were starting to heat up, but of course, in the VTuber community, nothing is really one-sided, even when it comes to something like this. Some people still manage to find wrong things with that tweet and with that hashtag, defending Nijisanji and defending Selen's privacy. This shows that Nijisanji's English branch has huge problems because when a talent of theirs says they've been hospitalized and then disappears for a month, you can't just not say anything. You can't just let the fan base fight within itself. That's gross mismanagement. But there's always a but in this story if you think this has been mismanagement so far. Buddy, now we're getting into the meat of the situation. Because just a few days after the #WhereIsSelen hashtag was created, All of Selen's videos on her YouTube channel were privated, including past VODs. Her Twitter was privated as well, all simultaneously, and then a mega-sized nuclear bomb drops on everyone's heads. The Selen Tatsuki termination notice. This was so massive that the day it happened, it was everywhere on Twitter. Even if you didn't follow VTubers, you probably have seen something in reference to this incident. But before we get into why this is one of the most badly written termination notices I've ever seen in my life, one thing to keep in mind. There are two ways a VTuber can leave an agency. The first one is graduation, in which they pretty much leave on amicable terms and they make it a celebration, which is why they call it a graduation. They have a graduation stream to say goodbye and everyone lives happily ever after. Termination, on the other hand, is what happens to someone like Ryoran, where the company claims that they breached the contract in one way or another, so they're being fired. So just imagine, okay, you're a fan, you've been waiting 1 month to hear back from Selen after she was hospitalized, and her company comes in and says, yeah, you know what, she's fired. Excuse me, what? Like what? And of course, they also got community noted, but we'll get into that later. First, the terribly written termination notice. This is a very vaguely, very badly translated termination letter. We don't really get any specific reason as to why she got terminated, just very vague ones. I mean, look at this. They say that Selen has repeatedly violated the activity rules. The activity rules is something that all VTubers have to comply with under Nijisanji, right? But then when you read into what the activity rules actually were, they say they encompass a wide range of issues, such as non-compliance with rights confirmation and authorization flows. What does that even mean? What are we talking about, a jet engine or a VTuber's termination? But many of the things they were talking about in the first page are redundant because they're spoken about in the second page in more detail. And most of this revolves around the music video, which is why they gave it an entire section on this termination notice. In it, they say that she posted the music video without getting proper authorization from her management team, because all relevant parties had to be okay with it. Of course, she was under the impression that she could post it because not only did she pay for the entire thing out of pocket, $15,000, but according to the community notes, Lily Pichu, the person behind the original song, had given full authorization to Nijisanji to use the song. But no, you know what? Let's take it down and not even tell the fans why it got taken down, right? So her tweet saying, management took down the video, you are free to re-upload it, also went against Nijisanji's rules. Because, hey, communication, we don't do that here, buddy. Nope. Still though, they had the gall to claim that these actions led to various misunderstandings that damaged the reputation of both Anycolor and Nijisanji EN. Buddy, listen, let me tell you something. She's not the one damaging the reputation right now. You are. Because we are getting to the darkest section of the termination notice. In an effort to calm the situation, we sought to either publicly disclose the reasons for making the music video private or have Selen Tatsuki disclose them herself. While being mindful of Selen Tatsuki's physical and mental health, management did their best to communicate not only with Selen Tatsuki herself, but also her emergency contact. However, despite frequent communication with Selen Tatsuki's emergency contact while remaining considerate of her situation, we were unable to come to an agreement on how to proceed. The decision was made to temporarily remove her access to accounts on various social media platforms and video distribution services under the name Selen Tatsuki. Dude, this is so much worse now that we know what happened. This is so badly written. So you have to ask yourself why they're even talking to her emergency contact. And you also have to understand, what does our remaining considerate of her situation even mean? In any case, you couldn't stay curious about this because then there's another bombshell in the last paragraph of the notice. Despite our efforts, Selen Tatsuki demanded that Anycolor should be held legally responsible. It means she's suing them. She claimed that she was no longer able to engage in her activities as a liver due to the decisions made by Anycolor, was being harassed by other affiliated livers due to mismanagement, etc. By the way, as if it's like a little thing that you should ignore, while refusing to acknowledge her responsibility for violating the activity rules. Moreover, Selen Tatsuki insisted that if the negotiations did not progress, she would proceed to release a statement regarding her claims to the public. This little sentence sparked a war on Twitter, okay? The fact that she was being bullied internally? Who the hell thought that this letter was gonna make Niji-sanji look better in this situation? Because you know what the cherry on top is? Even Selen had no idea. She saw the termination notice as everyone else was seeing it too. So she got back on her Dokibird account, and what she said is probably the worst thing to come out of this entire controversy. The attempt she made on her life. I will not be silenced anymore. On December, I was hospitalized for an attempt that was caused by a buildup of bullying from within and being in a toxic and poor environment for numerous months that led to my breaking point. I requested to leave first, but on more neutral terms on the 26th of January. So yeah, this bullying that Niji-sanji mentioned so lightly actually caused her to almost lose her life. But no, guys, we gotta terminate her. She's too much of a stain on our reputation. This is what I mean when I say this needs to be taught at universities. This could not have been handled in a worse way. You have one of your top talents almost end their own lives over a toxic environment at your company. And your concern is your reputation? Like, I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. This is what ruined your reputation, buddy. This right here, the fact that so many people saw this tweet and understood what a terrible company you are. I mean, seriously. So far we understood that she was bullied internally, almost lost her life because of this, and still wanted to actually go through a friendly graduation saying goodbye to her fans without any more drama. But now that we know all this information, we have to take a step back on something very important. So here's the thing. Niji-sanji self-reported themselves in the notice by admitting something they probably shouldn't have. As this Reddit post points out, Niji stated they stripped Selen's access from all accounts on December 26th, so these two tweets were written by staff impersonating her. Going back to the whole point of the Japanese apostrophe. So you're telling me that someone on your team tries to end their lives, and the day after they do, when they're in the hospital, you tweet on their behalf, and then you also have the gall to announce that they got out of the hospital, they're with family, speaking directly to their fans, looking forward to the new year, and you actually think this is a good idea? This is Niji-sanji doing a very great job of personifying exactly why people hate corporations to begin with, because they just see you as a number, and this is a perfect example of that. Furthering this point of not giving a single shit about anyone in the company, they threw all their talent, all their VTubers under the bus when they said that there was bullying and harassment and didn't give any names. Because after it got out that Selen almost died because of this, people started speculating in the worst possible way about who was bullying her. They started unsubbing from all other Niji-sanji English branch VTubers. As you can see from this tweet here, I need names. Now, whoever was allegedly harassing her from the livers needs to be known, because if I support them, I do not want to any further. And many of them took a quote-unquote social media break, also with the Japanese apostrophe in those tweets announcing the break, because things were getting out of hand. However, at this point, one thing was certain. Niji-sanji fucked up big time. So now is when shit starts to go down. In very ironic Niji-sanji mismanagement fashion, they forgot to unmod Selen's mods on her YouTube channel. So to raise awareness about the situation, they created a live stream that was never meant to go live and just spammed the chat with links to Dokibird's channel, saying Niji-sanji fucked up, they did not remove my mod. Please subscribe to Dokibird on that stream chat on YouTube. The hashtag #SinkTheYacht started trending as well. This meant that people wanted to sink the yacht of the billionaire CEO of Niji-sanji. After Niji-sanji had caught wind of the rogue mods, they went and did the same thing in her Twitch channel. But wait a second, now that I'm looking at this picture, I just realized, why did this person resub for 28 months? Are they not aware Selen got terminated? Can someone tell them, please? As you can see, everyone is spamming sink the yacht. Someone also added Niji-sanji to the list of Japanese black companies, aka a black corporation or black business is a Japanese term for an exploitative sweatshop type employment system. As this was all going on, many people were coming out and saying that they were not going to work with Niji-sanji anymore due to this. So here we can see a Clipper channel saying this. Here we can see a merch company doing this. They've worked with Niji-sanji for years. And also Height, who makes PCs and had a huge collab planned with Niji-sanji, straight up canceled it. Now look, you're not going to believe me when I say this, and you know what? You're right. But trust me on this. Even after all this, okay, Nijisanji still managed to make it even worse. Yes, I know, but it's the truth. They released this on their investor relations page.
Negligible.
Impact of the decision to terminate the affiliation contract with the Nijisanji English Liver on our financial results. This was 2 days after the termination, mind you. On February 5th, 2024, AnyColor made the decision to terminate our affiliation contract with the Nijisanji English Liver, Selen Tatsuki. The impact of this decision on our financial results will be negligible. Bro, you had someone almost kill themselves. Leave. You didn't even tell them that they're leaving. You terminated them even though they wanted to leave on friendly terms. And this is what you have to say with everyone protesting. That is insane to me. And they had never released a statement like this before on a termination, ever. Even Goldman Sachs had something to say about this, assuming minor earnings impact from VTuber contract termination. AnyColor's share price has fallen for consecutive days after it announced on February 5th that it had terminated the contract of Nijisanji English streamer Selen Tatsuki. We see minimal impact on company-wide earnings from terminating the contract of one VTuber. And they argue that because the Nijisanji English segment accounted for only 19% of company-wide sales, they wouldn't be affected that much. Imagine taking financial advice from Goldman Sachs. Because they kind of were. Not just a little bit, quite a lot. Because as you can see from this chart here, this wasn't a minimal loss of market value. Their share price tumbled 10% throughout the course of this whole controversy. This is the graduation announcement, it tumbled. Then they thought, okay, we saw the worst of it, we're cool. And then ironically, on the 7th, they put out the document saying, hey, this financial impact's gonna be negligible, guys, don't worry. And then, boom! Minus 10%, wiping $152 million off their market cap. Now, yes, as I mentioned earlier, the company's worth over $2 billion, but losing 10% of your stock price will never ever look good for any investor. AnyColor believes terminating Selen Tatsuki won't negatively impact finances. Minus 10%. That's crazy. But while this is looking very rough for Nijisanji right now, the good news is that it's not the case for Dokibird. It's a happy ending for her, thankfully. She got a manager, and she cried when they told her that from now on she can actually get sponsors to fund her projects instead of paying everything out of pocket. You see, it turns out that she spent over $200,000 just last year funding her own projects that Nijisanji would not fund themselves. According to her accountant, her mother, she made $0 last year. That's how crazy it was. Her return stream that was done a few days after she came back on her Dokibird account had over 120,000 concurrent viewers for like 2 hours straight. It didn't drop at all. And if you're not familiar with streaming, that's extremely impressive. Like esports events might get that kind of view count. And when she ended her stream, the total viewers that tuned in were around 1.1 million. And Nijisanji could have never predicted any of this because they're so stupid. They could have been by her side celebrating her success if they just supported her and didn't abandon her the way they did. But hey, she's free now and she's taking it all very well. This right here is a quote from one of her most recent streams. She said, so apparently the new Suicide Squad, oh, very poor choice of name considering recent events. Anyway, so she's taking it really well, which is great. She also did a vote to see what she should call her viewers now that she's Dokibird again, and they all voted Dragoons. And she said, well, screw it. It's not like it's copyrighted anyway. So the Dragoons live on. Meanwhile, this just came out very recently. Nijisanji is still struggling to keep this crisis under control. There was a huge Mario Kart 8 event planned with many of their VTubers, and they postponed it. Because in their words, they want to dedicate our full attention to prioritizing and ensuring the quality of our livers' well-being. How ironic is that, dude? Where were you when Selen needed your support? Very good question. This just seems like crazy damage control, and I doubt anything in management will change. I hope it does, but for the most part, it's just
so
another
tired.
corporation.
Because just one day after she got terminated,
they posted merch announcements. Like, I don't think anything's gonna change. Wait, I feel like my dog communicates and understands better than this company. Oh my god. Look, if you're a viewer or change. Wait,
Wait. Oh my god. And this happened like after my birthday. What the fuck?
merch announcements. Like, I don't think anything's gonna change. Wait,
I feel like my dog communicates and understands better than this company.
feel like my dog communicates and understands better than this company. Oh my god. Look, if
Okay, wait. Hey, oh my god, it's so cold. I am I getting sick or something?
If you're a
Why is
viewer
it so
or
cold?
a VTuber, there are two things you should take away from all
It's
this
30
controversy.
degrees Celsius.
The
Why
first
is it
one being
cold?
Never, ever, under any circumstances, trust a corporation. And the second lesson, which I think is way more important than the first one, is that no matter how bad things are looking for you right now, there's never any circumstance in which you should attempt to take your own life. Less than 2 months ago, Doki almost took her own life because of how bad things were. And now, less than 2 months later, she is the happiest she could have ever been, never able to guess that she'd be here right now. So if you
Yeah,
also feel like you're at
Doki.
the darkest point of your life, just tell yourself
I
this.
admire
Hold
Doki
on a
very
while
much.
longer. In a month from now,
Ah,
you could
she's
be the
amazing.
happiest person ever.
I wish I
Hey,
could get her.
you got this. Don't give up. Let's go. Thank you so much for watching. This is the longest video I've ever made. I'm curious to see how it does. I also revealed my VTuber recently during this whole drama. I know. Perfect timing. Make sure to check it out on Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much. Mwah.
I just read a comment on False ID's recent video by a law student. Okay, wait. Stop. Pause. On just how legally screwed Nijisanji is, and they mentioned that their professor unironically brought up this incident in the class on corporate law. They're doing a whole project on it. Oh yeah, it's already happening, my dudes. Let's go. Let's go. This is going to be on research papers and shit. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah. Negligible. Yeah, let's go. We are negligible, okay? We lost Talentatsuki. Who cares? It's negligible. Stupid Nini Sunny. Fucking idiots. Ooh. I kinda wanted to go to bed with Jazz. ChatGPT. ChatGPT ask Rip.
Legal documents that
ChatGPT ask Rip. My head hurts. Oh fuck. No, stop. Stop, my head hurts. Oh no. Oh crap. Kathleen is putting the fire. Quick, grab the liquid oxygen. That would make it even worse. Sanji. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't make the meme. Oh my god. He was happy. The damage control. Oh my god.
Well, guys, I'll admit it straight up right now. I was a fool.
It's not
I very
finished.
naively ended my last video thinking, okay, look, they can screw up more, but not to the point where it's worth making another video on. Not to the point where things don't just get 10 times worse, they get 1,000 times worse. No, they're not gonna actually do that. Well, they did. Welcome to part 2. Because in just under 12 hours after my first upload, a live stream addressing the situation managed to make some of the biggest VTubers under Nijisanji get as much hate as Nijisanji in one of the worst PR moves I've ever seen in my life. But don't worry guys, the CEO himself has apologized in an apology video that is so bad it can be compared to the ukulele girl. And believe me, I truly wish that's all that's happened in just like barely the last week since my last upload, but no, it gets way deeper than this and we're gonna look at it together. But before we do, I recommend you watch part 1 for full context, and I also wanted to let you know that this video does indeed have a fundraiser for mental health. I thought this would make more sense than a sponsor, so if you want to contribute, please feel free. If you can't, that's totally fine. Anyway, back to the video. So, the continuation of this massive circus was on February 13th at 1:34 a.m. Central European Time. Parce que oui, bien sûr, j'habite en France. Alira Pandora, who is one of
Wait.
time. Parce que
France trends. Yeah, because yes, of course.
oui, bien sûr, j'habite
I live in France.
at 1.
Oh my god. Wait. Oh yeah, that was a thing back then, huh? On Twitter. Okay. It was a thing. It was a thing back on Twitter. That you can search trendings via countries. But wait, eh? Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Oh. There's some tea going on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yes. Why are you afraid of planes? Connecting. No data. No cheating, just eating. Oh my god. No, it's fine. I just didn't expect Celebi to hate me. Oh my god, I used my fucking Mew to kill Celebi. Fucking idiot. Oh my... Today marks my Weedle's 4th year defending a gym. Weedle! Oh my god. Weedle. What the hell? Oh, thank goodness. Almost hurt yourself there. Ooh, Ingo and Emmett. Oh my god. Oh my god! No! Come down, Satan. Hello, octopus. Octopuses are so strong. Don't fight them. And they're super intelligent. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, it's not curious anymore. That's kind of cute though. What the fuck? God damn. What is this? Bet. Berjalan kaki diharapkan untuk terbang saja. Normal day in Southeast Asia. Oh my god. Jalan kaki diharapkan untuk terbang saja. Terima we can fly. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's telling us to fly instead of walk. Oh no.
Christmas, everyone!
Oh yeah.
This is your friendly rat.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
idol,
Christmas.
Wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas. Hope you're spending time with your friends and your family. And yeah, you guys party until 2025. Look, I'm here with in the Christmas hideaway. We've got lots of presents that have yet to be.
I forgot. Tomorrow's Christmas. Holy crap. What the hell is going on?
2, 1, wait! Wait, we're not touching. It doesn't matter. I win! Bow.
Well, the battle's already lost, if you know what I mean. Oh my god. Oh my. What the? Meow. Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast, and I want this to last. Need you by my side. Cause every time we touch, I feel it starting, and every time we kiss, I reach for the skies. Can't you feel my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go. Who want you in my life? Oh sh. You're also my castle, your heart is my fire. 你往后微微回来短，等我年的比的你你有年我，永远迷惘的那方。Every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast? I want it to last. Need you by my side, 'cause every time we touch, I feel excited, and every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you feel my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go. Hey, this is KIA. These are Malaysian girls. Oh my god. It's like literally KIA. Maldives. Oh, Maldives are that nice, huh? This is pretty modest. What? What the fuck is wrong with you, son of a bitch? What's wrong with this? Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Like, so many girls twerking and shit. That is so much wrong. How do I see view quotes? Oh my god, why is it like that now? But that's why people are judging them as if they're doing pole strip dancing, twerking with bikinis on. I know. What the fuck? There's nothing wrong with this. Westerners, could you shut the fuck up? When women aren't modest, they'll shame them and label them as whores. And yeah, when women are modest, they question like why the women are kept away and hidden. Bruh. It's nothing but cute though. I kind of want to do that too. But I don't have friends. I don't have friends, so sheesh, my dudes. Or if you leave them alone, can men shut up? Your brain ain't braining, is it? Oh my god. I hate men. Well, I hate some men, but not all of them. Or otherwise, you know, I want a husband. I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. And then afterwards, I hope that he could be my husband. Yeah, that's the right thing to say. But kau cakap apa ni, bodoh benar sangat ke? Kepala kau ni orang buat trend TikTok goyang kepala. Tak boleh pula. Oh my god. I noticed how nigga talk shit for no reason, bruh. Islamophobic non-Muslim. Shut up, bitch. Everyone is... Oh my god. Dude, leave these women alone. Get a hobby. Oh. Elijah is mad because he can't socialize these girls. Oh my god. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. It's gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas. I'm gonna release a tweet. Oh wait, I kinda wanna watch this though. Let's continue watching this, I guess.
4 a.m. Central European Time. Parce que oui, bien sûr, j'habite en France. Alira Pandora, who is one of the first ever English branch Nijisanji VTubers, tweets this out. Hi everyone, thank you for your patience during my absence. Myself and some others will be speaking about the recent situation in 30 minutes from now. Recent situation being the whole Selen Nijisanji controversy. And of course, in the most robotic and dystopian way possible, most of the English branch VTubers retweeted or quoted this tweet. Hey everybody, we have something really important to talk about. Please give us your time if you can. Or while saying things like this, important. It would mean a lot if you could take a listen. Thank you. Now, I'm not sure that every VTuber retweeting this was told what the stream was going to be about. I think they were just told, guys, don't worry. Hey, we're going to solve everything. Just retweet this. Trust me. Everything's going to be water under the bridge. So it was going to be Alira Pandora with two other Nijisanji English branch streamers joining her. Vox Akuma saying something robotically similar. Thank you for your patience. This situation has been incredibly hard on all of us. We're going to share as much as we can in the stream. Oh, yeah, you will. So please come and watch if you can. And of course, Ike Eveland, EK, I don't know how to spell his name, dude. Let's just say Ike to piss people off. But why those three in particular? Well, nothing is really random in a Japanese corporation. Everything is painfully calculated. So if you just as much fart, they want to know the exact volume and the smell. This situation is no different. Ike Eveland is almost to 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's the 10th most subscribed in all of Nijisanji Global. And Vox, who's not only the biggest English branch VTuber, but also beats many of the Japanese VTubers in terms of influence, were chosen not just because they can reach the maximum amount of people, but because they can also try to sway them with having their favorite VTubers talk about the issue. But of course, the question you might be asking yourself, why is it being streamed on Alira's channel out of all of them? Why not stream it on Vox's channel that has 1.3 million subscribers? Why stream it on a channel that barely has 500,000? We can look into that later, but what matters is that at this point, people were hoping that this was going to clear things up in a good way and actually incite change internally. But this ended up doing not only the opposite effect, it ended up making this so much worse, not just for Nijisanji, but for the livers that appeared on the stream in general, especially Alira, since this was on her channel. Before we even watch this disastrous message or whatever the hell it's meant to be, we don't even need to watch a single second for you to understand how much ill intent it harbored towards Dokibird. Remember how I said that this was tweeted at 1:30 a.m. Central European Time? Illyra said we're going live in 30 minutes, which means they were going to go live at 2 a.m. Central European Time. Dokibird, on the other end, had a stream she was very excited about that she had planned since the 12th, where she would play Neopets, and she was scheduled to go live at 2 a.m. Central European Time as well. This means that Nijisanji took a conscious decision to go live at the same exact time that Dokibird was going live on her channel. If that's not a middle finger, if that's not ill intent, what is? Like, what is? I can already predict what Nijisanji might say if you raise this issue to them. They might say, oh, you know, this was the only time the VTubers were available. But the thing is, the biggest VTuber involved here is Vox Akuma, and he lives in the UK. And as you can see right here, it would have been 1 a.m. GMT. You're telling me you couldn't have found any better time for him? That already is a massive PR mistake, and we haven't even watched the video yet. So let's do it. This live stream starts off like a funeral. It is a black screen, and people are talking in this very concerned voice, as if they're talking about someone who passed away. And as you can tell from the comments, people were very nervous about this. Someone hold me, I'm scared. If this is some type of damage control bullshit, that I'm donezo. Please God, be a real message and not PR garbage. Look, at this point, people hated the company, but they still held hope that the livers, that the VTubers themselves were okay. So everything was culminating up until this point, and this live stream had the potential to change everything for better or for worse. Now don't worry, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. We're just gonna go through some highlights. The whole thing starts off with Illyra talking and setting the mood.
The time to listen to us today. Vox and Ike are also present here with me, and we would like to take some time to address the events surrounding Zelentatsuki's contract termination.
Hi everyone.
To preface, we have discussed with Anycolor staff and our legal team about what we are able to say. However, due to how sensitive the situation is, please do keep in mind that there are limits to what we're able to share. Both we, the livers, and the company have been affected deeply and are taking the situation
Oh
very
no, you've been
seriously.
affected deeply.
Everything that we discussed has
Fuck.
been approved
That's
by
so
our lawyers
sad.
or is based solely on our personal experiences.
Right, so barely a minute in, and we understand very quickly this has been pre-approved by the staff of Nijisanji with their legal team, okay? Again, goes back to my point, everything here is calculated. And if you don't believe me, look at the live stream length, a painfully accurate 15 minutes with no extra second added. Hell, I don't even think this was live, I think this was pre-recorded. In fact, it shouldn't have even been a live stream. But again, this was going on as Dokibird was playing Neopets.
I would like to first apologize if my silence on the matter has caused any worry. Over the past month, staff received documents from Solen's lawyer containing examples of her claimed experiences under Anycolor. These documents in question included personal information of some livers, and when it was sent to us, we learned that there was a potential that this information could be made public.
Barely 2 minutes have passed by, and two major things have been revealed. She's seen the legal documents that Selen has sent, and she's pretty much insinuating that she feels threatened by the information contained within, as if saying that Selen was planning to leak them. Yeah, she's right. I totally see that happening. I totally see Dokibird getting on Twitter and saying, hey guys, this is where Illyra lives. Go say hi. But in general, the reason why I'm pointing this out
Merry
is because this
Christmas!
is
Yeah,
gonna be
Merry
a pattern that will
Christmas!
repeat
I
in this
don't
15
celebrate
minutes
Christmas
statement.
anymore.
Illyra stopped
You know,
talking
my
around 3:51 and
grandmother
expressed that
already
when they
passed
heard
away.
of
But
what
Merry
Dokibird had done to
Christmas!
herself and how she almost lost her life, they reached out and were very concerned. Then she stopped talking. Then
It's gonna
the
be Christmas
biggest
in 8
male
minutes.
VTuber in Nijisanji
My
speaks for
goodness,
almost
crazy.
2/3 of the
I'm gonna
video.
hear
And this
fireworks.
is where the
Mark my
pattern
words.
initially presented by Illyra makes a comeback. This idea that Selen is mentally unstable, that she's always been off the rails, that she cannot abide by any corporate
Scarletta.
rules, and who's had many times to repent because Vox and company were trying to comfort her so many times that she ended up using all her chances. In fact, the only thing that was shown in this entire black stream was some conversations regarding Selen and the music video with her manager. Vox said that this is to provide more context on the situation. This is an image that tells a story in 6 parts, with the
Oh,
first
Bobby.
part being Selen uploading her music video to be approved by management, and the last part being the tweet of Selen that started it all. In the middle, we see management saying, "Hi Selen, sorry for the late reply. Since this video included X-Livers, it will cost more time for me to get confirmation. The audio
Oh
is
my
okay for me."
God.
And then asking,
My
"So
fart
why
smells
this is
good."
released before I got confirmation?" This video is set to private until I got confirmation. There's also a chance that you might need to readjust it before setting to public again. Also, before you post anything to explain about it, please confirm with me. And she tweeted this tweet. This is definitely a crazy form of damage control, because even though Vox is saying that this is to provide context, we're still missing a lot of it if we're going to delve deep into this. This music video has taken months, almost a year, to be made from start to finish. Not to mention that it was fully funded by Selen $15,000 out of her own pocket. And she had approval of all parties involved, including anything copyright related. We don't even know if this was the first draft. And one thing, of course, they so carefully didn't mention in the stream is that this wasn't the first time Selen was shown this kind of behavior from management. At some point, there was this public announcement that, hey, Selen cannot host any live tournaments anymore under Nijisanji, with no explanation. But even though it was tough, in Vox's own words, which became a pretty famous line from this 15-minute live stream,
leaving Nijisanji is always an option for Libet. If she had wanted to graduate beforehand,
Clown!
Very many chances to do so amicably.
The scripted live stream, the huge desperation behind this damage control attempt, and him saying graduation is always an option to someone who almost graduated their soul out of their body by, almost dying, is really weird, and it comes off in poor taste. He also mentioned how he felt backstabbed because Selen recorded a part of their conversation at one point, and continues with the narrative that she actually hurt not just the company, but the talent behind the company. He even went as far to say that he was planning to graduate at some point with her in solidarity because he believed everything she said, but it turned out to him, somehow, that everything she was saying was out of context, and he now realizes this. A pretty bold accusation missing proof and context. But I want you to thoroughly focus on what he says here. Watch.
Having thoroughly reviewed the documents sent to Anycolor by her lawyer.
Guys, we thoroughly dive deep into the documents she sent, okay? Keep this in mind for later. This is going to be very important. After Vox had finished talking, it was Ike's turn. He pretty much rehashed what Illyra said, but what's most notable here is that, again, he admits that he saw what was sent by Selen's lawyer.
They always managed to get on really well. So that's why it was so shocking for me to learn that Anycolor had received these documents from Selen's lawyer. Learning about what was contained within these documents was, to me personally, incredibly saddening.
And as a gentle reminder, this was all happening as Dokibird was streaming Neopets. Initially, she tried to ignore it, but the chat kept spamming her about it. She found out what they were saying, and she was shocked by the fact that they admitted so openly that they had seen these documents. Because according to her, these were meant to stay private between her legal team and Nijisanji's legal team. This was huge. She called her lawyer and she had to make up some sort of statement. That unfortunately meant that she had to cut short her Neopet stream. And shortly after ending, she went to Twitter to post this insane nuclear warhead. This is going to be a long one, but it addresses everything that was mentioned about her in the live stream and shuts down any attempt of damage control from Nijisanji. In it, she says, I was ready to move on. I had made my last statement and I haven't looked at anything regarding my past for a full week. I didn't look at anything regarding legal documents or anything regarding my situation since I moved back to Doki. I wanted to be hopeful for the future and never interact with that side again. So to see it all come back and reopen a wound that I was ready to heal from and to have to talk to my lawyer again on how to respond. The document mentioned was at first made to document my thoughts and history with evidence so that my lawyer can see the general picture of what was going on, and if there were issues that should be addressed. It was first made during my darkest time mentally, and I wrote everything on my mind little by little at that time. I made the document thinking that it was never going to be public to anyone but my lawyer. Although it was a document filled with my personal information as well as privacy information that should not be public, there were no other addresses or specific locations mentioned. So pretty much what Illyra and Ike were concerned about, them being doxxed, was false according to Dokibird. Regarding a recording, this was not intended to be anything other than a distribution test for planning of a collaborative event between two people, which happened to be left over from one test recording, and I never recorded any other conversations with anyone. The recording was never shown anywhere, even in a legal setting, and there are no other records. However, I regret that it was mentioned, and I'm sorry to all parties affected for the misunderstanding in this. So this is referencing Vox and how he was backstabbed by finding out that there was a recording with him in it. It seemed to have been included by mistake, and even if it wasn't, she apologized. Water under the bridge. Turns out she wasn't trying to backstab you. I requested that I just wanted to move on. Sometimes I didn't hear anything for days from the lawyers, the Nijisanji lawyers, on the other side, and felt like I'd be alone and isolated for a long time. It made it so hard for me mentally. On February 5th, my lawyer discussed and said it will be best to show the document I wrote to the other lawyers, as we have not heard from them for a week or any negotiation talks or given a meeting to discuss after my request to part. So she wanted to graduate amicably and put everything behind her. But the lawyers were pretty much ghosting her. Is there something more unprofessional than this? She sent the first document she had made to make her lawyer understand her situation, hoping that this would make Nijisanji's lawyers understand it too. Well, it was never intended to be used for anything else. I've asked my lawyer to convey that and have communication that the document as it was written wasn't going to be released anywhere. And my lawyer did so when sending the document. Less than 2 hours after my lawyer sent the document, the termination notice came out. I was very shocked, but thought that was the last time I will hear or think about the document, and that this, personally, in my own opinion, was the end of the lawyers and the legal involvement. All the communication was done between lawyers in Japanese. Things are not black and white, and everything gets more complicated and muddled when lawyers are involved in a different country. When things are conveyed to multiple parties through different degrees of communication, everything turns into different narratives and different translations. I thought it was over, and I've accepted what happened and ready to move on. Everything I post to the public about the situation was a response. If it was a month ago, it will have been different, as I was angry, but I was also very alone in my head. But it's not a month ago, and I've accepted it. I wanted it to be neutral and private, but now the whole world is involved and the public is watching every step that happens. This paragraph is not just the worst thing out of the statement, this video, or even the last video. This is probably the worst thing to come out from the entire thing. This is something that we didn't know yet, and this is our first time finding out. I'm not perfect and I have faults. I had to watch my dad cry and break down in front of me for the first time in my life last night. Despite everything that has happened, please show kindness to all parties involved. There are real people behind the monitors. One of the reasons why I wanted this to be private is that the internet can be a cruel place, and I knew this would happen the moment this type of notice drops. What I didn't reveal to anyone, and only my parents and therapist knew, was that it was not one attempt, but two, which happened a few weeks after the first. My parents found me in time after searching for me for hours before anything happened. I was in a really dark place, and I do not wish this to anyone. No one should go through what I went through. I reveal this now not for pity, but to state that no life, no matter what, should be risked for ego or winning anything. There are no winners in this. Please don't make it like high school. Treat everyone like adults and with some empathy and kindness. For those who wish to see receipts or documents or anything else hoping I will reveal them, I'm sorry, but these are the things that should be private and, if needed, between lawyers. Revealing private documents and talking about the details within will only just make things worse and more complicated as outside parties get involved, and will just hurt everyone. No one deserves to be pushed over the edge. So many people have got hurt and involved even if they were innocent bystanders. In the end, I will always be here to respond, and that is the only thing I will do in public. I hope this will be the last statement I have to make. Yeah, when I said it was a nuclear warhead, I meant it. This is quite literally the definition of a bombshell. Nijisanji dehumanized Selen and treated her like a number until the very end with their lawyers.
Oh, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I mean, just imagine you
Yay.
said something that you wrote
I heard
when you were in
fireworks,
your most
but
vulnerable state just to try to
not-
make
not-
them
not
understand
too
the
much.
situation a bit better. 2 hours later, you get terminated and you're not even notified about it. That's crazy. And we also found out that unfortunately it wasn't one attempt, but two, with the first one being done weeks before the music video fiasco even happened. Initially, we thought that the music video was the final straw that broke the camel's back, but no. This, if anything, shows me that Selen had been under a toxic environment for longer than we could have thought. Because to attempt it once is one thing, but to attempt it twice in under a month, I can't even imagine. But right now, in this very moment, what people really wanted to know was, how the hell did Nijisanji manage to self-report again? This time, instead of the company, it was the VTubers saying, yo man, when we got these documents, when Nijisanji showed us these lawyer documents, man, the things we found in there were crazy. It's like, wait, wait a second. What? You weren't even meant to look at them. And so there you have it, folks. Another attempt at damage control gone extremely wrong. I think this might be the most disliked video in not just Nijisanji history, but VTuber history. But it's okay, guys, because as Alira said, she volunteered to use her channel as a platform.
After discussion with the members of Nijisanji EN as a collective, I volunteered for my channel to be used for this stream.
But little did she know, she was being used as a human meat shield for her corporation. She was going to dox us. Doki, it was only meant for lawyers to see, no one else. Shaking my head, they tried though. Immediately after this, Nijisanji had to deploy damage control for their failed damage control. And yeah, before you say they tried though.
She was going to dox as it was only meant for lawyers to see, no one else. She might have tried to.
Immediately after this, Nijisanji had to deploy damage control for their failed damage control. And yeah, before you say anything, it did get community noted, as all their posts are these days, regarding concerns that have arisen in relation to the current situation. Who's running this? Who? Because I bet you an intern would do a better job at this point. So they pretty much say, in order to check the validity of Selen and her lawyer's claim, Any Color Inc. shared only necessary parts of the information sent by her lawyer with our livers and led to an internal investigation. They double down and say that they have not made any confidentiality violations regarding submitted documents for legal claims such as these. However, regarding the specific information and documents which Selen's lawyer requested that we do not share with our livers, with utmost consideration of this request, Any Color has not shared any such information. That's weird, because according to Vox, he thoroughly checked the documents sent by Selen's lawyer.
Having thoroughly reviewed the documents sent to Any Color by her lawyer.
In addition, our livers are not held to any confidentiality obligation regarding the information shared to them from Any Color. Thus, there are no legal issues regarding the information shared to the public in the stream made by our livers. This doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? The confidentiality obligation wasn't made towards them anyway. They weren't meant to see it. After a rigorous legal check, Any Color hereby declares that it has not made any confidentiality violations while checking the validity of claims made by Selen and her lawyer with its affiliated livers. Community note: the liver in question, Selen, on her new account as Dokibird, has confirmed that she was promised the information would only be shown to lawyers as it was an HR complaint. Sharing this information without consent may be a violation of PIPEDA, as Dokibird is Canadian. This notice did anything but clear things up. Again, they made it worse. They made it way worse. Now, this post was made at 5:16 Central European Time, February 13th, right? Not even 19 minutes afterwards, they posted the CEO of Any Color addressing the concerns personally. And you'd think, oh man, the CEO stepping up. Damn, okay, maybe this will actually improve things. No, you're not thinking that, right? At this point, you can't be. This long bow was used for memes. I'll show you later. I died laughing.
In the notice, we unfortunately used the expression negligible to describe performance impact. I deeply regret this outcome and will be rethinking how our communication in English is done. Without a doubt, Selen was integral to the growth of Nijisanji EN.
Yeah, that much is clear, especially with how you terminated her without her even knowing. Yeah, definitely. Actions speak louder than words. That's why this entire video kind of means nothing, especially since around 3 or 4 hours ago, before this was even published, the live stream of Vox, Alira, and EK took place, which invalidates everything he's apologizing for, by the way. The effect of this video on your reputation will be negligible. This is the meme I was talking about. Riku giving the investors the sloppiest toppy of their lives. Nah, I can't. Good night. Addressing your concerns. Can someone explain this video in League of Legends terms? I'm too lazy to watch. Team Gold advantage. Minus 10k.
10k.
Now, yes, the memes are hilarious, and they're even being used to troll a dumbass hashtag called positive spam for Niji EN, created by Niji fanatics trying to flood Nijisanji with positive comments. Now the whole hashtag is just trolls, which is great. But you see, the main reason why the apology of the CEO means nothing is because this is a classic case of apologize only when you get caught. The stream with Alira, Vox, and EK was just a beefed up version of a classic thing that Nijisanji always do when they want to get rid of a VTuber they deem problematic. Except this was the first time where they got caught. Just last year, they had done the same exact thing to a VTuber under Nijisanji EN called Zion. Zion was going through something terrible, which is a stealth suspension, where she has to tell the public that she's quote-unquote taking a break, when in reality Nijisanji wanted to suspend her just under the radar. During that time, she was also being doxxed. Nijisanji did nothing about it, and the fans had no idea she was being threatened constantly. She had spoken up about how much of a dark company this is, about how terrible the working conditions are, and Nijisanji successfully turned and swayed public opinion on her. She got so much hate over this, and the termination made her look like a bad person. This is exactly what they were trying to do with that stream on Selen, except thankfully this time the public knew better. But now people are waking up. Apologize to her now. Zion did nothing wrong. She was the first martyr, and you all hated her because she spoke the truth. She told you Nijisanji was evil. She told you any color was black, and you didn't believe her because you ate Tazumi's shit right up. Tazumi being Riku Tazumi, the sloppy toppy CEO of Nijisanji. She had written a huge document after her termination that I recommend you read, that really goes in detail about how crazy working under Nijisanji is. I mean, look at this. She had to take down a stream because she had made a joke, these nuts, because Nijisanji, in their eyes, this meant that she was almost insinuating that she was sponsored by a company called These Nuts. Can you believe this? Like, can you believe how crazy this is? She had to private the stream because of a dumb joke. So I'm gonna take it a step further. This is Zion's alt account. This is her new persona. Go support her definitely if you're supporting Doki, because she went through what Doki went through, except she had to go through it all alone. So with all that being said, what are the main consequences for Nijisanji right now? Well, other than them successfully running down the reputation to the point where it went underground and is racing to the Earth's core, their main competitor, Cover, who runs Hololive by comparison, is being praised by people for actually treating their talent like human beings. And while yes, there's a lot of criticism and memes to be found about Nijisanji and how bad of a company they are, they also, as I mentioned in my last video, lost some stock price. But it's nothing really enough to bring down the whole company and make them go bankrupt or anything. They're probably going to recover in the next few weeks. The 3 VTubers who tried to run a smear campaign on Selen are going to be just fine within the next few weeks because their fan bases are huge and things will die down as they always do. So is Nijisanji gonna walk away scot-free from this without any real consequence? No, because here's the thing, they lost way more than $152 million in terms of public image. VTubing, as big as it is right now, is still considered quite niche. The mainstream still doesn't participate in it, much less knows about it. As a VTuber corporation, one of your biggest interests is to reach these mainstream people because that's how you'll ultimately really grow as a company. Now, what's really interesting about this whole controversy is that unlike others, this was picked up by some very mainstream personalities. Anyone from Moist Critical to ordinary gamers to people who don't even have anything to do with VTubing reacting to it. Like for example, Patters, who's literally a Pokemon YouTuber. I can't tell you the amount of people I saw in my first video saying I know nothing about VTubers. I clicked on this video anyway. I'm gonna support Doki, Nijisanji. So the real consequence here is the fact that so many people are finding out about VTubing with the idea of, oh,
stream on Twitch too? Yeah,
but
sorry, I replying late. I'm not looking at the chat at all.
Sometimes even reaching the mainstream. There was this huge thread posted on Twitter of why Selen is actually the enemy here, and not only did it get community noted, after getting community noted, it got deleted, so great look. You definitely made your point there. But what's crazy here is that we saw our first mainstream Nijisanji defender, the streamer 39Daff. In her offline chat, she went on this tirade saying that people were stupid for supporting Selen and that things weren't as simple as they seem. Now, she has participated in streams with Nijisanji talent before, so maybe she might be a bit biased, who knows? Regardless, when people found out about her statements, they made sure to call her out on Twitter. Repeatedly, more than once, quite a bit of times actually. I'm not gonna go over every single message she typed, but Fallside made a video where he pretty much went through everything she said and countered her arguments pretty well, so if you want to check that out, I recommend his video. There's also a lawyer that goes by the name of Legal Mindset that went through the entire case himself, watched the video of the 3 VTubers, and pretty much gave his opinion. It was pretty entertaining and he made some really good points. I recommend checking that out too if you want to know more about the legal point of view for this controversy.
In my opinion, I do not think that it was a form of harassment.
Harassment is not an opinion, it's a legal analysis. There are things that legally constitute harassment. Like your, as a friend, I don't feel this is harassment. Go fuck yourself. It's a legal analysis.
To conclude this two-part series, Nijisanji has screwed up big time because this time they got caught. This isn't the first time they pull something like this. This is the only time the people actually saw what they were doing. It was so bad that it reached the mainstream, and that's their biggest problem right now. Of course, this all plays into a bigger problem, which is Japanese work culture and how dystopian it is. But the fact that it's reaching the West too, this is concerning. Dokibird has expressed the fact that she wants to move on, so I'm gonna respect that, and this will be the last video on this topic that I'm gonna make. Look, she seems to be doing well. She just did a fundraiser for mental health, and man, she raised so much money. She inspired the hell out of me to do the same thing on this video with a bit more of a conservative amount to help people out as much as we can. But honestly, as long as you treat people with respect and know that you are worth so much no matter what, that is what I want you to get from this video and this entire situation. I always talk about crazy situations. This topic was a bit more serious, but I'm glad to have been able to spread awareness about it anyway. I'll see you in the next video. I love you. Mwah.
Subscribe to sing the Nijisanji Yacht. Oh my god. Nah, I'm done. I'm gonna go to bed.